Hey everyone, I'm Eric. I am here with Emily McIntyre of Catalyst Trade, and she's going to give us some information about our Ethiopian coffees that we've just started, new Ethiopian coffees that we just started carrying. So, Emily, thank you so much for being here and taking a few minutes out of your day to give us a little bit of background about who you guys are and these fantastic coffees that I got to be honest with you, is one of the most popular coffees that we've got by a long shot. So I'm
So
definitely
happy to hear that.
excited about that. Yeah. Emily, tell me a little bit about Catalyst and who you guys are and where you got started from, that kind of good stuff.
Definitely. Thank you, Eric. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
Catalyst is an entirely Ethiopian focused coffee importer with a lot of roots in Ethiopia. Um, Myself and my two co founders, Michael and Zelly, met in the 2013-14 Ethiopian coffee harvest and have been working together ever since. I'm married to Michael, and we've done a lot of coffee businesses over the years together. And Zelly is Ethiopian and manages the Ethiopian aspect. So the three of us each have our own parts to play in what is really a dynamic, growing, and exciting business, an independent business in the middle of a lot of multinationals in this field.
Yeah. Ethiopia is that's supposedly the birthplace of coffee. So that's a great place to
Indeed, it's
coffee.
exciting.
Sure. Yeah. Um, Give me a little bit of a background, if you can, about Catalyst and your work in different coffee communities, and how you guys are focused in different areas over there.
Definitely. When we enter a community in Ethiopia, we do it with the intention of being long term partners with our producer partners there. So, one of our core values, and the first actually, is sustainability or long term thinking, which is how we define that. And so we try to sit down and look at the future with them. Where do you want to go in this incredibly volatile coffee industry?
Right.
Where can we go with you? And we look and we do the same with our customers, actually. So um, we are founded on stakeholder theory, which means each person we impact is considered a stakeholder. And our stated intention, which we always endeavor to live up to, is to have a positive impact on those stakeholders' quality of life. So we're looking at the people who bring their cherries to the washing stations. We're looking at washing station management and staff. We're looking at the owners of those washing stations and each person who has a part to play in Ethiopia in those communities, doing our best to have a positive impact financially and also in the way we treat people with the respect and keeping of our promises that we make.
I love that. I love that because I do know in a couple of origin trips that I've made, there are some huge challenges with honesty and
Oh,
integrity.
yeah.
Who they're selling their coffee to. It's in some areas a very difficult thing to come up with. Um, the coffee that we've got right now, the main one that we're roasting is the Tadesse Yonka Gamacho, which is
Yay. Great pronunciation.
yeah. Thank you. Well, one of the resources you guys have is somebody. I don't know if it's you or somebody, but there's actually a
It's me.
recording of how to say it. So that
Here's an
was
American saying how to pronounce this Ethiopian name. It's going to be an approximation. We'll do our best.
fantastic. But from what I understand, Gamacho is the washing station, and Tadesse Yonka is the gentleman who owns that washing station. Is correct?
Yes.
It's correct,
And this
right?
is his coffee. He
This is
works
his.
with about 250 smallholders in his washing station.
Yeah,
But what you are serving is actually Tedesse's own coffee,
that
which,
is.
and we're the only people who purchase that particular
I
lot from
missed
him.
that point in my thing, and I'm very excited to know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, for some of my customers, let's back up at just a half a second because you and I know, but what the heck is a washing station?
What the heck is a washing station? Yeah, so a washing station is a central collection point for coffee cherries. So the fruit that will be pulped and processed to become the coffee that you're drinking with so much joy. A lot of smallholders will bring, a sack over their shoulder or over a donkey and bring it to the collection center there at the washing station. They'll get
Yeah,
paid for their cherries, and then those cherries will be combined into lots. In
yeah,
this case, it's Tedesse's farm, and he uses his washing station to process the coffee from his farm.
that's fantastic. I bet as a washing station, he's got a huge impact. You said 250 farmers. That's a lot of
250
people.
farmers, and I actually don't know the figure off the top of my head, but probably anywhere between 60 and 200 day laborers that work on his
Yeah.
site.
Wow, that's a huge impact that he's having. And from what I understand, he's been doing this for quite some time now. Is it 9 or 10
He
years?
is kind of a big man in the area, actually.
Okay,
We really enjoy working with him.
that's
His word
awesome.
is taken with a lot of weight in the area. He's about 20 years in.
Okay. Oh wow, 20. That's nice. And his family, he's got a huge family, if I remember correctly, too.
9 kids, 6 of which are working with him in
Okay,
various aspects of coffee production there in Sadama.
that's awesome. Love to hear that kind of stuff. Love to at least get a little bit of a touch with our, where our coffee is coming from, and be able to tell people exactly what's going on over there. Can you tell me a little bit right now, just summarize real quick? I know we've got shipping and supply chain issues. You and I were just talking about
Oh
that a
my
little
gosh, so
before we
many.
started. So many. What is probably the biggest challenge with Ethiopian coffees today, from your perspective?
I struggle a little with this because I'm so deep into it that I see a number of things that we can address. But I think relevant to this conversation is a challenge that is faced with Ethiopian coffee, and that is lack of traceability. Now, on the surface, we have traceability. You've got washing station names, you've got producer names, and they're being used a lot in marketing by exporters, importers, and roasters. But what we don't actually have is a system that preserves an area or a producer's coffee through to the consumer,
Yeah,
usually. So normally, if you've got a coffee from Sadama, it's going to be made up of many, many different producers.
yeah,
But at this stage, we're pretty advanced. So we've got a certain washing station, say Tadesse Yonka's washing station.
right.
And it is common for that coffee to have Tadesse's name, but actually be blended from a number of different washing stations in the area.
Right.
It's just a normal practice. What is
Sure.
so special about Tedesse's coffee that Fresh Ground is using is that
Yep.
this is actually his coffee from
Right.
his farm, and he and our partners in Ethiopia have preserved that all the way through.
Yeah.
Across the board, that's very, very rare. And that's one of
Right.
the reasons we're so excited by this project that he's a part of. A single
Yeah.
farmer group in Sadama, full of dedicated coffee producers, supported by Catalyst customers. It's amazing.
Yeah. That is great, fantastic stuff. And we are excited to work with him, and that we've got his coffee in there. It is my favorite coffee by a long shot. So
Yay.
really
Love
excited
hearing
that
that.
it's there. And Emily, I definitely appreciate the time that you could spend with us today, and hope we can do this again soon. Thank you.
With pleasure. Thank you so much. Thanks for supporting Tadesse and Catalyst and all this amazing work we're doing together.
Glad to do it. Thank you, Emily.
Have a wonderful day.